Good morning, everyone. Hello, how are we all doing? What's that? It's not Rowan. How are we? Welcome along to our Monday morning A-League stream. That's right, it's me. I'm doing it today. How are we all doing? You've probably been sick of me over this last few weeks. Well, you've got me for another 2 hours. That's right, we've got A-League action this morning. Brilliant games come Western Sydney Wanderers taking on the Wellington Phoenix. The home side currently with 2 wins back-to-back, a chance to go 3 wins on the bounce, which would be massive for them. As for Wellington Phoenix, they won their last game, but they really need to pick up some points as they slowly start to slip down the A-League table. It should be a very, very interesting game. I got even more excited when I looked at the lineups this morning and saw a former Rotherham player in the team. So I'm very looking forward to this game. How are we all doing? It's me. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. I'm up bright and early. I said, all depending if I got up, I'm awake, I'm alive, and I'm ready to go for what should be a really exciting game of football in the A-League. Now, it's kind of getting to grips a little bit. I've watched the A-League here and there, not massively often, but we're getting to grips with it, so apologies if I make any mistakes today, but it's a learning curve. We are certainly learning indeed. But how are we all doing this morning? Wayne Vow, good to see you in the stream. As always, buddies, put good morning. Hopefully Wellington win this game, which this game does kick off in about 2 minutes' time, so we will look at the lineups, of course, and get ready for what should be a very, very interesting game. As Kyle, he's in the building. How are we doing, Kyle, as always? But morning, Josh and all, how are we? Do you know what? Really good. Woke up about 6:30 this morning. Got myself down a nice drink. Got a sausage and bacon sandwich to start off the day. And now we've got another little drink. So, bottoms up. It's 5 p.m. somewhere in the world right now. It's 8 a.m. here. But I'm looking forward to this game. It should be a very good one. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at these lineups for today's game. And let's start off with the Western Sydney side at home. It's going to be a 4-4-2 today for the Wanderers, of course. It could be a chance for them to go back-to-back victories in the league, as they currently in A-League sit, I believe, in 6th place, with an opportunity today to maybe even push towards the top 3, maybe top 4. So it's going to be Daniel Margush who's in goal today. Back 4 of Daniel Wilmering, Mark Natter, Dylan McGowan and Ziggy Gordon, which I've got to say is an absolutely fantastic name. James Triosi, you might recognise him from the past, former Juventus player, although he never actually played for them. He's on the left-hand side with Tate Russell on the right. Keanu Bacchus is in the middle, alongside former Crystal Palace man Jordan Much. Really excited to see how he's doing in A-League. You always tend to find 1 or 2 players in the league that you've seen from the past that just seem to appear in the A-League. It's great. And then up top, Bernie Abiniesai alongside Rowan's favourite, Big Mitchell Duke. He's up top today. Going to be interesting to see how Mitchy Duke plays. Just recently come back, actually, I think from a loan spell, which he undertook in Saudi Arabia, where he did all right. I'd probably say he did a fairly decent job there. Bench, we've got Kamau, O'Doherty, Cox, Uboa, Nikolai Muller, very recognisable player for those of you that maybe watch European football, former Bundesliga man, Aquilina and James. And then let's have a look at the Phoenix team. 4-2-2 today for the Phoenix. Oliver Sale is going to be in goal. Back 4 of James McGarry, Liam McGing, Tim Payne and Alex Fufa. Midfield 4, Clayton Lewis, Cameron Devlin, with an attacking 2 of Reno Piscopo and Ulysses Davila, which I've got to say is an absolutely incredible name. And then up top, as we were saying earlier, former Rotherham United man. Who would have thought? David Ball. He's alongside Ben Wayne. And just to top it off, when we look at the bench as well, Marinovic, Sotorio, Rindington, Lokalingoy, and former Charlton and Brighton man, that's right, Tomer Hemed, the Israeli. He's on the bench today. So interesting to see how he does in terms of his performances in the A-League, because once again, he's another one of those players where I didn't even know he was in the A-League anyway, but he's there. And then Laws is also on the bench. So quite interesting teams on paper. I think when you look at the form, Western Sydney Wanderers, much better side recently based on form. They're coming into the season, 11 games now, 4 wins, 4 draws and 3 losses. As for the Wellington Phoenix, they sit 10th in the league, 3 wins, 2 draws and 5 losses. As we get underway with our A-League game this morning, I will look at the comment section in a little moment once I've got everything sorted out. But hopefully you're all good this morning, because we've got a big week of action to come on the Sports Corner. And I've got to say, really, really looking forward to this game. I'm going to predict, I would expect Western Sydney Wanderers to win this. I think when you look at the form table, they've been so much better recently in terms of form, 3 wins on the bounce, potentially if they get a result today. And it would put them towards maybe even second place in the league. So I think it goes down to head-to-head rather than goal difference in the A-League. So it's a big, big moment for them in terms of how tight the A-League table is right now. But Josh Wellington, how are we all doing? Hope you're all good. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Rowan's in the chat. How are you doing, lad? We love Bernie and Big Mitchie. Going to be a big test for them today with this Wellington side. Looking to be a very interesting game indeed. And then we've put, I'm confused. Why My Football, the A-League YouTube channel, isn't live because I want to have this in the live match. Does the A-League usually tend to stream the matches on YouTube? I would assume they do. By the way, pink gin in here. Yes, it is 8 AM. Who cares? Why not? I've been up long enough to be able to have a drink, so got a nice little gin as well on the side. But it's going to be a chance here for the Phoenix to have the first opportunity of this game, although it's really good defending at the back. I think it was from Tim Payne there, who did really, really good indeed, just to make sure that the likes of Abini Esai and, of course, Michi Duke up top don't go through on goal early on. Because when you look at both of these teams, I was looking at the records before, neither of these sides have actually had a 0-0 draw this season. Usually, if you are a regular on this channel, you'll know when we do multiple European watch-alongs, I tend to usually get the short straw and usually have pretty boring games. So I'm hoping the A-League I don't curse today, because I think there's been 1 0-0 draw in the league this entire season. So what's the chances that this is going to be the second 0-0 draw of the season so far? But yeah, apparently it does stream on the YouTube channel as well, which is a bit of a shame. But good chance here, potentially, for Wine. Just takes a bit of an awkward first touch. Good defending from McGowan. Western Sydney Wanderers looking like they're actually playing a 3 at the back. Like a 3-4 kind of 2-1. Abini Esai and Triossi acting as left forwards and right forwards today. With Michi Duke as the lone striker. But obviously I've not seen much of Mitchell Duke. In the past we've spoke about him a lot. Rowan, massive fan of him. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how he goes on. But there is actually a chance here. Mitchell Duke trying to link up with Abini Esai. He was making a run on the left-hand side of the inside of the box. But Michi Duke's headed just a little bit too heavy. And that's not really the first big chance of the game. But I expect a lot of big moments. I think most weeks when I've come out of Roman watching watch-alongs and these types of games, you know, he always tends to come out and say that these games are really enjoyable to watch. Of course, not to the same standard as the Premier League as such, as you'd expect. You know, it's a much less developed league, I think is the best way to put it. But don't take away the quality of some of the goals in these types of games, because I think we've seen a lot of goals in the past, specifically in the Pushkas Award, that tend to usually come from, you know, Asian kind of competitions, and most importantly the Australian League, which is always up there as a favourite since it's on nice and early in the morning. But 3 minutes in, I've got to say, nice good early start here for Western Sydney Wanderers. Michi Duke, Triossi and Abini Esai trying to link up together early on in this game. And I think I was looking before, Michi Duke this season, 15 games, 9 goals in the A-League, which I think is a very, very good record for the Australian striker up top. In fact, when you look at the stats for the season, he would be up there for one of the highest scorers in the league so far. But that is currently Jamie McLaren. He scored 10 goals this season. One of those, I think, was in the Melbourne Derby, where they won 6-0. So big, big moments here for Western Sydney Wanderers and for the Wellington Phoenix as well, because I'm looking as well. Diamante, throwback from the past that is. He is the top assister in the league with 6 assists, which is crazy, because I remember the days of Diamante when he used to be very good. And that little spell he had at West Ham as well a few years ago. As I said, we've got a few recognisable players in the side. Nikolai Muller's on the bench today. I think be a few fans surprised he's not starting. Very good player on his day. Joined them from the Bundesliga a few seasons ago. You'll recognise him from his days at Hamburg and stuff. Tom Hamed as well. Another player who people will recognise from past experience in the Premier League. But Cal's just put my football YouTube channel is live now. If you want to know, if you do know, happy watching. So if you are watching it on the side, enjoy the game alongside this, because, as I said, it's been a pretty decent first 5 minutes. I would say Western Sydney Wanderers just dominating possession here in the early stages. It's a long ball from Natta. Going to get it towards Triosi. It goes for the long-range effort, but it is blocked in the end by Devlin. And Triosi, I think, or Triosi, however you want to pronounce it, Troisi. I think that's what I'll probably go with, Troisi. As I said, had a spell at Juventus, didn't actually play there. They signed him up and then sent him out on loan. I think I remember him having a spell at Al Ittihad in the Saudi League. So he has been all over the shop, got a lot of experience, and it should be interesting to see how he does today. As well as Jordan Much, former Premier League player at Crystal Palace's Western Sydney Wanderers. Just going to pass around the back. And I've always said in the past I'm not a massive fan of teams playing out from the back, but so far so good here for the home side. A lot of possession being held with Natta and Wilmering on the right-hand side of the pitch, but the ball's being given away here, and there's a chance for Piscopo to push Wellington Phoenix forward for the first chance of the game. Here's Rufer. Now going to play the ball into the path of, I think it's Devlin, who's just come a little bit deep here. Going to be a tough game for the Phoenix. If they do lose today, they've got teams around them that could pick up points with, I think, not necessarily games in hand. I think Newcastle Jets, who were sat 11th in the league, have already played a 12th match. So the Phoenix do have the advantage here in this game, but they've got the ball now. And there's a really good chance here for the Phoenix! And it's in! And it's Devlin with the first goal of the game. It only took 7 minutes for the first goal. It's a real mix-up at the back there for Western Sydney Wanderers, and for all of the opportunities that they had in the game early on to just sit back, hold the possession and really dominate this game. It's the Wellington Phoenix that score first, and it's Devlin with a brilliant, brilliant finish. And the play, it all comes down the right-hand side of the pitch. Ball from Rufer, plays it into Dominic Ball, he finds Devlin, and it is a brilliant, brilliant finish. Just seeing the ball there. I think it was actually Piscopo in the end, and it's an outside of the foot shot finish from Devlin. Brilliant start to this game, and the Wellington Phoenix take a nice early lead in this match. And the great news is we're not ending today with a 0-0 draw, so that's always a positive, because I think the amount of times I've had 0-0 draws in the past is quite miserable. That's Devlin's 4th goal of the season. He's had 37 shots even in the A-League this season, but that will probably be one of the best of the bunch of the goals he's scored so far this season. Really nice outside of the foot shot finish. And Devlin puts the Phoenix in the lead, 7 minutes on the clock, or 8 minutes now. And that is the start the Phoenix will have definitely wanted in this game, because that first 10 minutes it was all Western Sydney Wanderers, and you're thinking, how long is it going to be before the home side scores? But that one opportunity they've had in the match Phoenix they've taken, and it does mean that we're going to have to somehow see Western Sydney Wanderers recover from that early goal in this game. And it's been a good start. Really good start to this match, and the 4-2-2 looks very dangerous for Phoenix so far in this game. Dominic Ball's kind of acting as a central attacking midfielder in this match, as Winvow very happy indeed that Phoenix have taken a 1-0 lead in this game. But as I said, if you guys do enjoy the A-League, don't forget to leave a like and a subscription, because we have got more A-League watch-alongs to come in the future. If you're wondering where Rowan is today, he's got an early lecture in the morning, or else he would have done it, but there's a chance here for a Bini Isai. He's in the box, lobs a ball in, and he tries to get it into the path of, I think it was Bacchus had just made a run to act as the kind of false 9 for a moment, but it just doesn't get to him. And a foul has been given the way of the Phoenix. So good thinking there from Wellington, keeping nice and tight at the back so far. They'll be looking to try and see if they can get a win on the board, because right now that point, or the win, would put them up into, I think, 7th place. So it'd be a massive, massive result for them if they could get the 3 points on the board. But they'd actually go up to 9th, on head-to-head, which would only put them 5 points away from 2nd place. Central Coast Mariners with a 6-point gap between themselves and 2nd place Adelaide United. So they're already looking quite hot for the title. But it's all about the mid-table today in the A-League. Winvow's part, I rarely get a chance to watch A-League. Well, this is the thing. I think for me, I've always said in the past, A-League Fridays have always done very well. So if these do well in the future, we will be doing more A-League watch-alongs. I think I said I wouldn't mind doing A-League watch-alongs in the future as well. Maybe some of the midweek games, depending, we've got a bit of free time. So definitely up for doing more, because it does get me up nice and early, which I'm not complaining about. And most of all, you get a good game too, as the Phoenix is going to come forward here. It's weighing on the ball just at the halfway line. Some good possession here as Devlin going to push the ball into Devlin, who I've noticed is playing incredibly deep in this match. But with it being a 4-2-2, it's a very, very flexible formation into how you want to play it. Because, Devlin can come deep, and then Dominic Ball can push into that original striker position that he would usually play. But he's kind of acting as a central attacking midfielder right now. And when you've got 4 attacking players, all shifting positions, it's going to be very hard for the Wanderers to really organise a defence and keep astute when you've got Davila, Wayne Piscopo and Dominic Ball all coming at you in different positions, some on the right wing, some on the left wing. It must be a defensive nightmare at times for these A-League sides to keep up with a team like Phoenix and the 4-2-2. But, when you look at the stats in terms of how many goals these sides have scored, 14 goals scored for the Western Sydney Wanderers, 14 conceded for the Phoenix. And funnily enough, it's the exact same record for Wellington Phoenix as well. They've scored 14, conceded 14. So 2 very even teams on paper in terms of how they started this season off so far. But Wellington Phoenix here, on course potentially to go and get themselves a second victory, I believe this would be back-to-back. So really could get a bit of momentum going in the A-League, which is desperately what you need. I think there's too many times where teams have given away too much possession opportunities, but there's a chance for Devlin again, and he's gone for the long-range effort. But it's a very good save from Margouche, who has been very busy in this first 12 minutes. And Wellington Phoenix really starting to get into this game now. And Margouche, I think, is probably going to be quite busy for the next 90 minutes. As Phoenix come forward again, it's going to be Piscopo on the left wing. Now into the path of Lewis. Then into Davila, who's come deep again, but this time couldn't get a ball to Wayne, who is making a run forward. But it's a good pace. 12 minutes on the clock and you wouldn't feel like it. Kaz put Rowan. Wish Rowan were looking that lecture. He'd probably be sneaking a look at this match every now and then. Well, it's more of a... it's kind of like an assessment piece they've got to do today, or else he probably would have just done it anyway. But I was like, I'll go and do it for you. I want to have a little look and see how the A-League's doing these days. So Rome will be back. I think he'll be doing the Friday game, so it shouldn't be too long before that comes around later in the week. But as I said, it is a little bit of a tester as well for whether we are going to do A-League a little bit more in the future, because we're going to have a lot more free time in the next few weeks. So A-League might be on the cards quite often, depending on what happens in the near future, because I'm pretty sure the A-League continues on when the international break is going. So that could be potentially an option on the table for some early morning streams in the next few weeks. But Winvaz put, the squares on the Wellington shirts? I'm so confused why the letters don't sit in them. I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen them yet, but when I properly focus, I will definitely tell you. And see what you mean. But I can see Kurt's in the building as well from Australia. How are you doing, buddy? How good? He's put, I'm happy Manchester United won. Big win for you yesterday, 1-0 win. Not the most enthralling game in the world, but hey, at this stage of the season, it's all about just getting the points on the board and getting out of some of these big games with a result. And that's exactly what United did. As Western City Wanderers here just having a bit of a spell of possession now. First real moment in this game where they've kind of had a real spell, but that's instantly stopped by Rufer at the back, who's done really well indeed there to just... I think it was Ben Wayne who was making a run forward. But very tight defence, this Phoenix one. Both teams only conceding 14 goals. And I'm saying only 14 goals because you look across the league and every single team this season has conceded double-figure goals already after 10 matches. You can see at the very top of the league, Central Coast Mariners have conceded 13. So that just proves how tight both of these defences are. In fact, they've both technically got, I think, the 4th best defensive record in the league. So we are looking at 2 very organised sides on the day. As the ball's going to be played back to Margouche, and he's going to hit it long into the path of Troisi, who doesn't get the ball. And the Phoenix will just play the ball back to the goalkeepers. Rose just put, fuck's sake, great early goal to concede. It was a nice goal. Got to give credit to Davila. Really good opportunity that he took. I think he took it with the outside of his foot. It was a very, very good goal indeed. And of course, Western Sydney Wanderers here do need to get themselves back in this game, because so far when you look at the stats of the match, Phoenix with 51% possession, 2 shots, 2 on target. Margoush has been busy in this early quarter of the match. As for Western Sydney Wanderers, they've had 1 shot, none on target, with 49% possession. So they've definitely got plenty of opportunities to hold the ball and push forward, but they've just not done enough with it so far. And as time goes on, you'd assume the Phoenix will be quite happy to take the 3 points and just sit back and defend. But you never know with the A-League, because they're coming forward again here. It's going to be Devlin, who tried to take a pretty awkward first touch and get the ball to Dominic Ball, but doesn't get to him in the end. And it will be Western Sydney Wanderers coming forward with Jordan Much. Now going to play it into Zach Gordon. And it's crazy, isn't it, to still see Jordan Much. But chance here towards Mitchie Duke. Takes a touch, but good defending in the end. I think it was from Payne. And the Western Sydney Wanderers will have a corner here. Could they maybe get an early equaliser in this match? As it's always nice as well to see fans in the stadium. You know, I think it's been one thing that Rowan said in the past. The fact that fans can be there. You know, don't really have to social distance. Don't have to put masks on as well. It's brilliant. But a chance here for Western Sydney Wanderers. The corner's whipped in. Tracy gets a touch, but Devlin gets it out in the end. And now there might be a chance for Phoenix to come forward here. As Devlin's gone down, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the game from the referee, and Tracy's going into the book. And you've got to say it's the right decision there from the referee. Really good chance for Devlin to hit on the break and really test that Western Sydney Wanderers back line, but Tracy pushes him over. It's a tactical foul, and the yellow card comes out. But it's lovely to see fans. Lovely to see no masks. You know, you've got to appreciate how the likes of Australia and New Zealand have taken on the coronavirus pandemic. And now these fans can sit back and really enjoy football without having to worry about wearing masks and stuff, which is great. And hopefully we'll see that soon in the Premier League as well, because, of course, we all know the whole pandemic situation is pretty crazy across Europe. You know, we haven't got fans in stadiums, so, you know, this is a really good opportunity for these kind of nations who have not necessarily got rid of COVID, but have managed with it very well to have fans in the stadium again. But now is the chance here for Phoenix. It's going to be Dominic Ball, who's wrestling with Natta, but Natta comes off better there. And Western Sydney Wanderers living a dangerous life because Ball's put another ball into the box, into the path of, I think it was Wayne, who'd made a good inside run towards the near post. But Western Sydney Wanderers just can't seem to get the ball away right now. Really good pressure on the home side here. And it's going to be a chance for Piscopo. Now into Dominic Ball. As Wellington Phoenix will go back to the halfway line. As Chris is in the building. How are you doing, buddies? Hi, mate. Hope you're well. Josh taking over on A-League Watchalongs. I am indeed today. I feel like the equivalent of the substitute teacher. You know, when you always used to go into your lessons back when you were a kid. Or you might still be a kid. And you'd go into your lessons and the usual teacher wouldn't be there and the substitute would be there for one night only. That's me. Although, as I said, I am looking to do more A-League watch-alongs myself. So you might see a few midweek A-League games coming soon. But long ball towards Mitchie Duke. Hit on the volley by Tracy, but blocked by Devlin. And it's now out for a Western Sydney Wanderers corner. And I've really enjoyed this first 20 minutes. Very, very enjoyable to watch. Both teams going for it. Very even match. Although I would say Phoenix doing much better right now. And eventually this pink gin will probably hit me. But Tracy's going to whip this in. It's a very good corner indeed. And it's going to come towards, I think it was one of the centre-backs. I think Natta got his head onto the ball there. And there's another header there from, I think it was McGowan. And the goalkeeper's stretching for the ball, but it went out of play for a goal kick anyway. But much better from Western Sydney. First 20 minutes, they have been a little bit poor with the ball, not really made most of the opportunities that they could have created in the final third. But that's much better from them. And that will give them a little bit of confidence. Although saying that, they've got to make sure here that they don't go 2-0 down, because Phoenix are looking very, very dangerous on the attack. As the fans start cheering, and it's lovely to hear. You know, as I said, hopefully soon in the likes of the Premier League and Serie A and such, we can have fans back again, because just showing us a picture now of them all together, supporting the Wanderers, and it's beautiful to see It's quite great, isn't it? You know, you look at what we could potentially have in the future. You know, Australia have had it for quite a while now with no fans, but Western Sydney Wanderers going to come down this left-hand side with Russell. Now going to play the ball to Natta. And it's going to be a bit of Isai, just pushing a little bit further back to the halfway line here, but I don't think Western Sydney Wanderers actually expected the start from Phoenix. I think they were quite surprised that they got a goal within the first 10 minutes of the match, and it's kind of put them into a little bit of shock at the early stages of this match. But as time goes on, you would expect Wanderers to come out a little bit more in this game and try and get that equaliser. Preferably before half-time would be the kind of expectance, I think, if you're a Western Sydney Wanderers fan. You want them to attack this game and really go for it. As Phoenix look to come forward again, it's going to be Devlin, who probably plays as one of the most deepest forwards I've ever seen, but it's working perfectly right now as McGlarry going to hit a ball long. It's a pretty good idea, but a little bit of swerve and bend on the ball, and McGarry just a little bit too much power on the cross, and Margush in the end makes a very simple catch. As I said, been fairly busy so far, had 2 or 3 things to do early on in this game. And this, I'd be very surprised if this ends 1-0 at half-time. Both teams really even on paper, as you would expect in terms of the stats and points that both teams have in the league. And here comes Abini. He's a 3-on-2. And he gets himself into the box on the right wing. But he's just going to struggle to put the ball in, but he does in the end. And it will come into the path. Oh, it comes into Wilmering, and what a goal that is. That is absolutely brilliant. And the former ball boy who used to play, used to be on the actual touchline of these A-League matches, gets his first goal as an A-League player, and that is a brilliant, brilliant finish from, I think, it was Wilmering in the end. It was a brilliant, brilliant shot, and it was Abini who was on the right wing inside the box. I thought at first he got himself into a bit of an awkward position, but he just puts a ball into the path of Wilmering. He takes a really good first touch, the youngster, and then he hits it, and he puts some really good power onto the shot. And just like that, after all the work that Phoenix had done in the game, Wilmering, with an absolutely sumptuous finish right into the top left-hand corner of the goal, and it's 1-1 in this game. And as I said, you know, a player who was a former ball boy in the A-League gets his first ever goal, and I think that will no doubt be one of his very best goals he's scored in his career so far, depending on, of course, how old he is and where he's been playing, which I'm going to look now because obviously I don't know as much. But he's only 20 years old. In fact, this is his 3rd season as a Western Sydney Wanderers player. Was playing in the lower divisions of football with Western Sydney Wanderers young side. But he was actually a ball boy from Wanderers' first ever A-League match in 2012. So, quite interesting to see the fact that, you know, a ball boy becomes a professional player and has done very well indeed there. So, fair play to him. As Tony's in the chat, he's put Ronaldo or Messi. All I'm going to say, Tony, the best way for me to sit on the fence here is to say, let's appreciate both of them while we've still got them, because it might not be long before both of them eventually start to decline or retire. But if I had to pick one, Ronaldo probably, I would have said for me. Scored a hat-trick, of course, at the weekend against Cagliari as well, but it's a brilliant, brilliant finish from Wilmering. And we have 2 goals in the first 25 minutes. Fantastic start. And now it should really open this game up, as Wanderers just look to start to build a bit of possession in this game. And the manager will be absolutely delighted with that. The manager being Robinson. I think Talai, the opposition manager, will be a little bit disappointed with the defending there. I did think Abini was being marked very well in the end. I think it was Ruffer and Payne who were kind of linking up together to mark up Abini. But he just was able to put a quality ball into the box. And, you know, that was a quality finish. As David Ball going to push forward here. I feel like I kept saying Dominic Ball. It's David Ball. I apologise. I don't know why I got Dominic Ball in my head. There was another player called Dominic Ball, if you're wondering why I keep saying it, but it's David Ball who's going to try and push Phoenix forward here. But Wilmering now with full of confidence, very excited as everyone's put go on Sydney, and Kyle putting yes Western Sydney as well. But They're going to come forward again here, Western Sydney. Not the best ball in the world by Bacchus. A good defending at the back there from Phoenix. I think it was McGarry trying to push the away side forward, but now they seem kind of stuck in their own half. 52% possession for the home side, 48% for the away side. And it's going to be Mitchell Duke on the ball. Awkward first touch, but does very well to keep the ball in the end. And I do think that, as I said, I didn't think this game would go in at half-time at 1-0. And I don't think this game will be going in at half-time at 1-1 either. Very, very good start to this match. Both teams going for it. As Tony's put, same, I would choose Ronaldo as well. Yeah, I think he's one of those where ultimately we have to enjoy them while we've still got them. You know, as much as people out there have the Ronaldo-Messi debates for God knows how long. And, you know, there's always the jokes about Penaldo and Pessi, as in they always score penalties and stuff, but we have to appreciate them while we've still got them, because very soon they won't be there anymore, and we're looking to whoever the next superstars of the future are. But Chris has put, let's just all support Australian League teams and leave England behind. I mean, it's a very, very good standard so far. Really good pace to the game. Both teams going for it. Not worried to push numbers up the pitch and attack. And so far, a really good game. Probably better than most of the Premier League matches this month. You know, we were having that debate, me and KD, yesterday when we did the North London derby. The whole situation, how the XG of goals over the last couple of months has gone down in the Premier League as players are a little bit more tired. This is only realistically about a quarter into the season of the A-League. So players still fresh, still raring to go, probably now at this stage of the season. Well and truly in full fitness after having quite a decent break of A-League action. I think a little bit will have probably been down to COVID, but at the same time, I think the A-League was always in a much better position to come back than some of the leagues across world football, with Australia dealing with the pandemic very well indeed. But Wanderers now dominating this game. It's going to be Natta as the free centre-backs just pushing up the pitch. Ball to Wilmering, who tries to lane across to the opposite side to Russell, but doesn't get to him in the end. And now there's a chance here for the Phoenix to come on the attack. It's going to be Wayne on the left wing. Cuts inside, finds Devlin, who does really well to get the ball around Natta, but in the end, Margouche is quick out, and Devlin has looked incredibly dangerous in this game. Had another chance to get a second goal to his name, but Margouche, very quick to the ball, gone out there, and he had to, because Devlin very nearly got round the keeper and put it in, but chance here for Bean, he's in the box now, and he takes the shot on, but it's eventually deflected by Begin and out for a corner. But very good pace indeed. Really good pace this match. Very end-to-end. Very enjoyable for the neutral. As we've just seen that chance again from Devlin. Tried to flick the ball over the path of Natta, and eventually I think Natta actually got a slight touch on the ball, which stopped it going into the path of Devlin. But chance here for Western Sydney Wanderers from the corner. He finds Duke, who does get a good header on the ball. Let's come back to Duke again. Now in Troy's seat. And straight into the hands of the Phoenix goalkeeper, Sale, who just makes a very simple effort of Troy's header, not the greatest of power, put into the header, as Phoenix going to come forward again here. Chance for Biscopo to allow Devlin to push forward, but deflected from Troy's seat. And he's going to hit it long, and it's a brilliant ball towards Duke. Brings it down, puts it onto his right foot, Duke. Takes on the shot, and, well, he was always stretching for that opportunity. And it's a hands-on head moment there for Mitchy Duke. Probably should have done better in that position. It's a brilliant long ball from Tracy, and I actually think his first touch in that situation was just a little bit too heavy. We'd kind of forced him to go outside of the box, and he took the shot on in the end without ever really looking up. And not the greatest effort in the world, but good pace. Windvar's put the only league in the Asian Oceanic region. Which league would you watch? New Zealand, China, Japan, or Korean? Chinese league. The reason why I probably watch the Chinese league is, of course, because they've still got quite a few big players over there. And I do think the Chinese league is quite interesting to watch. The standard, yes, is always going to be a little bit lower than some of the other leagues across world football. But, you know, because China's got a lot of very decent players there. They've got Oscar. They've got, I think they had Alex Teixeira. I think he's left recently. But I'm trying to think of a few other players off the top of my head. Hamshik left very recently. So there's a lot of players leaving China now because of a wage cap that they introduced. But, you know, they've still got a few very decent players over there. That'd be well worth watching. over the next few months, because I think a lot of them are going to leave soon, which will drop the status of the Chinese Super League as one of the biggest leagues in Asian football. And of course, it's always interesting to see how these Australian sides do when they go into the AFC, the Asian Champions League. I think there's always one or two of them that do make it in the end. I do feel like, in my opinion, Asian football is something that we don't get to see much here in England. The K-League is on YouTube, I think, free. A game a week, I think, on Copper 90. So there's little bits here and there of Asian football. I think Sky Sports a few years ago, they used to show the Chinese Super League as well. But I'll talk about that in a second, because Phoenix coming forward here. It's going to be McGarry. Now trying to get a ball into Piscopo. Back to McGarry again. And it's into Piscopo, who takes the shot on. It's going to come back to Devlin. It goes for a long range. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! That is absolutely incredible. And I'm trying not to shout too loud because it is 9 in the morning. But what a strike that is. That is an absolutely unbelievable goal from Devlin. He absolutely whacked that on the volley from about 30 yards out. And that is one of the absolute stunners in the A-League. What a goal. And the Phoenix take a 2-1 lead in this game. And as much as I want to scream and shout, I've also got to keep fairly quiet. But that is an absolutely unbelievable strike from Devlin. He takes a touch, he lets the ball bounce twice, and then he absolutely whacks it on the volley from about 30 yards out. And that is an unbelievable goal. The goalkeeper's full stretch. He very nearly gets a touch on the ball, but Devlin, we've got what has surely got to be one of the goals of the season in the A-League, with an absolute wonder goal. And he has got a massive smile on his face, because that is his second goal of the season. And he runs straight up to the manager and gives him a massive hug. But that is an unbelievable goal. And it's 2-1 in this game. And I tell you one thing, I don't think this is ending 2-1 either. What a goal! Wow. I mean, if this is the standard of the A-League, I think we might be doing the A-League every single day at this rate. I mean, Windfar's put that strike is mental. It's an unbelievable goal. Crazy, crazy finish there. And that is 2-1 to Wellington Phoenix. And, I mean, what a brilliant, brilliant goal in the end. You know, the audacity to take it on from that section of the box is unbelievable. You know, he's still quite far out from goal, and he just lets the ball bobble twice and then hits it, and you're thinking, go on. And he does, but ball could have come to Wilmering, who takes the shot on the volley, and he this time tries to score a wonder goal of his own, but in the end his volley is just a little bit too low on the floor, and I think there's a slight touch from one of the Phoenix defenders, McGinn, who just stops the ball from going out of play for a corner. But wow, sensational strike. It's one of those ones where if you're a fan you always shouting shoot, and he certainly did, and he put that ball with he hit that with some venom is what I wanted to say in the end. But what a brilliant, brilliant goal indeed. And 2-1 in this game. As Pete's in the chat, how are you doing? Not too bad, Peter. Hope you're good as always, buddy. Long time no see. And Phoenix now, you would expect, will get some momentum going in this game. But they're going to come forward again with McGarry. And it's now with McGinn. Here's Devlin. Now into Davila. He'll spray the ball into, I think, Ball. Now to McGarry again. Good football here from the Phoenix. Devlin plays the ball into Davila, who's still got the ball here. Now there's a chance for a third. Ball whipped into the box, and it's cleared away by Natter, but not good enough. Devlin at the edge of the box. I think he was going to go for another long-range effort, but just wasn't able to get the ball out of his feet. And in the end, it's a real shame that he hasn't been able to take a proper touch. Or else I think he would have probably gone for another long-range effort in this game. As Peter has put, Jordan has not been up to much in this game. And although it is a joke, Peter, you're probably still not wrong. It's kind of a fact right now, because he's not done a great deal in this game so far. But I know it's a joke, of course. But 2-1 here, 35 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes left before half-time. 3 goals in this game, including an absolute wonder strike from Devlin. Can Western Sydney Wanderers make it 2-2 by half-time? It's going to be a Beanie. He tries to feed the ball in Torrisi just outside the box, but it doesn't get to him in the end. And a good moment there for him. Just doesn't come to nothing for a Beanie, who does have an assist to his name, of course. But I mean, they're just talking about the Devlin goal now on commentary, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. One of those where if you haven't seen it, then definitely worth checking it on YouTube later on tonight or on Twitter. Because you're always shouting, just take the shot on. And had it have not been 20-9 in the morning, I would have probably given a much better reaction for that. But I don't want to wake anyone up. As Western Sydney Wanderers look to push forward. It's going to be a long ball hit from Gordon into the path of Beanie. The goalkeeper's out. And there's going to be another long-range effort. And, well, it was Jordan Much who took on the long-range effort as it was Sale who was outside of his box after punching the ball. And Jordan Much there for a second, thinking he might have been able to score a long-range effort of his own, but just wide of the mark. And a pretty decent chance for Much. He takes one touch. Probably should do a little bit better to keep it down. But he's not far away from goal. And Sale there, probably a little bit nervous for the moment when that ball came down to Jordan Much. But didn't really do much with it there. But Calsput just left for a bit just to see the goal. And wow, what a great goal. It's an unbelievable finish. Which we'll be talking about, I think, for the majority of this game. But there's so much to come in this game. I still don't think this is ending 2-1 at half-time. As there's another long-range effort took on this time. I think it was by Bacchus. Straight into the hands of Sale in goal. It was a pretty poor hit effort. Not really much on it, to be fair. And Sale will just look to slow down what has been an incredibly, very fast-paced first half of action. End-to-end for the majority of it. And there is no way that this game, especially if it continues in the same manner, ends 2-1. As Zabini, I think, has just been flagged for offside. So 8 minutes left here. Don't forget, if you are new to the stream, you have enjoyed the A-League watch-along so far, we've got more A-League watch-alongs to come in the near future. Plenty more games coming up. We've got always, every single Friday, we have an A-League watch-along on a Friday morning. And this week on Friday, it will be, I believe, Western Sydney Wanderers again. And they'll be taking on Perth Glory. So that's from 8:05. That'll be with Rowan, who is our resident A-League star when it comes to the watch-alongs. But yeah, we've got more to come in the future. I think in the next few weeks, we're looking to do some midweek A-League watch-alongs as well. So do expect in the future some, maybe 2 or 3 A-League watch-alongs a week. I know you guys have been enjoying them a hell of a lot recently, and the standard of the league has been incredible this season. So we definitely will be covering it a hell of a lot more in the next few weeks. But I do believe, as I said before, that apparently, I think they play over the international break, as far as I'm aware. So if they do, then we will probably have A-League watch-alongs over the international break as well. Because I don't think we're going to be covering the international break as such this time round. FIFA 2022 World Cup qualifiers are going to be taking place for 2 weeks. So we will probably be taking a little bit more of a break, maybe doing the UCL tournament, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. But I'm going to stop for a second, because Tracy has put ball into the box, and Sale had a little bit of a tricky ball to catch there, but he does very well to make sure that it doesn't go into the back of the net, and Sale will comfortably hold on to that ball as we edge towards the 40th minute of this match. Phoenix 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. If you've missed the first 40 minutes, where have you been? Because this game has been incredible. End to end as ball. Now going to play the ball into the path of Lewis. Into Rufer, who's made a good run forward from the right back position. Now Devlin on left wing. He's one-on-one with Natta. Now back to Rufer again. Here's Devlin. If they can make it 3-1 at half-time, then Western Sydney Wanderers are going to have a tough job on their hands, as there's a free kick given away in Bacchus. He's given away a foul on Rufer. And this is in a very decent position to try and whip this in and maybe get a third goal before half-time. As Peter's just put Mitchell as risk to be nominated for the Duke of Edinburgh Award. You had to bring that one out, didn't you, Peter? Oh, honestly. Our resident joke star. Peter Raymond, honestly. He'll keep them coming, no doubt. He'll keep them coming as we get towards the 40th minute of this match. And they will actually opt to just use the free kick and play it back to the back 4 and just pass it round. Don't have to rush and push numbers forward here for a third goal in the game. But David Ball whips the ball into the box. He was stretching for the ball, did very well to get it in the end, but there was no one there, and Western Sydney Wanderers will push up the pitch. They've got 4 minutes to try and get an equalising goal in this game before we reach half-time. Time is running out. But if they can keep the same pace to this game in the second half, then we might see another 3-4 goals in the second half as well. I think there's been quite a few incredible A-League games over the last few weeks. In fact, in this last match day alone, we had a 2-2 with Central Coast Mariners and Perth Glory. 3-0 Melbourne City, 3-1 Adelaide United. But it could be a chance here for 3-1 for Wellington Phoenix because Piscopo is in the box. He cuts in and he tries to take a shot on at the near post, but Margouche is well aware of the opportunity and it's a simple save for Margouche. Curtis in the building again. How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're all good. And Western Sydney Wanderers will push forward here with Russell. He's going to switch the play out to Wilmering. Now into Russell again. We'll play it to Teresi, who has been probably one of the danger men in this game so far. Really good with his balls into the box, and he's on the right wing right now. Couldn't quite get it onto his left foot to whip it into the box, so he will actually go all the way back to his defence, and it'll be Gordon. Now into McGowan. Into the path of Bacchus and Natta. Into Wilmering, who's got no goal in this game. Lobs the ball into the box, but there's no one there. He's going to come out to Jordan Much. Tracy whips the ball towards Abini, who just gets a slight touch of the ball, but it's not going to be enough. And Davila's given the ball away here. And Abini takes on a long-range effort of his own, but it's just wide of the mark and a very, very good chance indeed. Abini looking very dangerous in this game at points, and it was Davila who, once again, very, very deep, and this time, being very deep actually costs him. Just takes too many touches on the ball in his own half, and Abini gets the ball back, takes one touch, tries to put the ball into the bottom right-hand corner, but his shot is just a little bit too wide of the mark, and it'll go out of play for a goal kick as we enter the last 2.5 minutes of normal time. Good to see you doing good as always, Kurt. Can Wellington Phoenix go in at half-time at 2-1? Here's Tracy on the right wing. He's really tried everything in this game so far to get Western Sydney Wanderers back into this match, but might be Phoenix here coming forward for a third. I think the referee was actually playing advantage. Mitchell Duke was down, and then I think he was staying down, but then the ball was in close vicinity. He got up and made a complete mess of it in the end, trying to get the ball back, but he's just limping a little bit here, Mitchy Duke. Hopefully nothing too serious. Roman's favourite player, you don't want to see him come off in this match. As the Phoenix look to come forward again here. It's going to be Davila. And a ball lofted in from Rufa into the box, but straight to the hands of Margouche, who's had a lot to do in this game so far. Plenty of opportunities for the away side. But I can't see this really ending 2-1. Mitchy Duke's still limping a little bit on his run, so that'll be something to look out for in the second half to see if he's still on the pitch or not. They've got a few other players that could maybe come on at some point in this game. Nikolai Muller on the bench, a recognisable player for those of you who've watched the Bundesliga in the past, but here's Tracy. Ball into Abini. Good defending at the back there from, I think it was McGing and Davila. And now the Phoenix will look to attack with a minute left of this first 45, but the referee will give a free kick to the away side anyway. Blackhurst's giving away a free kick there on Devlin, who got a very, very good goal. If you've missed it, 30-yard volley. Really, really good finish in the end from Devlin. And I think he'll be going in at half-time with a massive grin on his face for that absolutely sumptuous finish. But 30 seconds left on the clock. I'd assume we might get 1 or 2 minutes of additional time. There's been plenty of opportunities in this game. And a few stoppages as well for fouls. As Wellington Phoenix are going to come forward again here. It's Rufa. He'll just play it back to Payne. And as you'd expect here, Phoenix just looking to pass the ball around. Really get into the get the half-time whistle to go and go into the break with a 2-1 lead. Let's not forget that Phoenix on course for a second win in a row as we go to 2 minutes of additional time in this game. Is there a chance for one more goal in this match before half-time? 2-1 to the Phoenix. Can they get a third goal in this game, or could we maybe even see a Western Sydney goal? Chance here though for Wayne. Plays the ball into the path of Devlin. Now into Rufa, who is a very attacking right back. Done really good so far in this game on the right wing. Devlin. Now a chance here for a good ball, and it's McGarry who hits it. And it's a brilliant, brilliant block from McGowan, who makes an incredible block to stop McGarry from having an opportunity on goal. And now it's actually going to lead Western Sydney Wanderers on the counter-attack. It's with Abini, who's driving forward here. Still going to Abini, waiting for a potential chance to play the ball to Duke. And, well, he's going to go out for a corner. I thought he was actually going to play for a goal kick there, but Abini, he didn't have really many people to pass the ball to. I think he was waiting for a run from either Tracy or Duke, but neither player really made a good run in the end, and he just took a shot on in the end, and there was a slight deflection from Lewis. And Western Sydney Wanderers here have got a corner just before half-time, which they're going to need to try and make the most of, which Tracy will whip into the box. And it's a really good cross in the end, but it just doesn't come to anything. Mitchie Duke gets a touch on the ball, but I would assume that's probably going to be the last chance of the first half after a first 45 minutes full of incredible highlights. 3 goals, multiple opportunities for both teams. It has been a fantastic first 45 minutes of action in this A-League match. But Sale's going to put the ball down. With 10 seconds left here of the first half. You'd assume the whistle will be blowing fairly quickly after this ball is kicked out. And if you're a Western Sydney Wanderers fan, you'll be a little bit disappointed that you're 2-1 down. But don't take anything away from the strike from Devlin, because that is one of the goals of the season, as the referee does blow the whistle for half-time. And Wellington Phoenix find themselves going into the break with a 2-1 lead. Brilliant, brilliant 45 minutes of action with an absolute wonder strike from Connor Devlin, who got the second goal of the match. But all before that, it started off with Davila with the first goal of the game. It was a brilliant, brilliant finish. Outside of the foot shot from inside the box. It was always going to be a tough shot for McGowan to save, and that put Phoenix into the lead. There was then the equalizer from Daniel Wilmering, former ball boy of Western Sydney Wanderers in their first ever A-League match. He's now a player for them, and it was an absolutely sumptuous finish that he put in from the inside of the box, hit it on the half volley, and he went into the back of the net for his first brilliant goal. And then, of course, Devlin, what a strike, 30-yard kind of half volley, a sumptuous finish. And they're just, of course, having a half-time interview with Connor Devlin right now, just to talk to him about that goal. And I think he just said he didn't really expect it himself to go into the back of the net. He just thought he'd hit it and have a bit of luck, and he just thought he'd go for it. And, of course, he went into the back of the net. We're just seeing it again now. Ball just bobbles 3 times. It goes right into the top right-hand corner, and that puts a perfect end to a fantastic first half of action in the A-League. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed the watch-along so far, don't forget to leave a like and subscription as always if you have enjoyed this watch-along of the A-Stream. We've got more A-League games to come, including our usual Friday A-League fixture, which will be Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Perth Glory. Rowan will be live from 8 a.m. in the morning, like I have been today for that fixture on Friday. But as I said before, if you've enjoyed it, we are looking to do more A-League watch-alongs in the future. I do think we're looking to do some more midweek. We might have 2 or 3 a week coming up very soon in the near future, so do keep your eyes out for that, because, well, it has been quite an enthralling few weeks of A-League action from what we've seen so far over the last few weeks. But let's take a quick look at some of the stuff still to come up on the channel over the next few days. Don't forget, throughout today, NFL Free Agency Frenzy will be taking place. I will talk a little bit more about that in a bit, but that's going to be live throughout the day on YouTube and on the website. On Tuesday, the Champions League is back once again. Gladbach taking on City and Madrid-Atalanta. That's going to be live with myself and Kieran L. Then on Wednesday, Bayern with quite a heavy lead against Lazio, and Chelsea with a 1-0 lead over Atletico Madrid. You can join KD and Will from 7:50 on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it's the 5:55 p.m. goal show. That includes Arsenal and Spurs in the Europa League. That's live from 5:45. And then straight after that, you can join Rowan and KD, AC Milan, Man United, Rangers, Slavia Prague are the 2 main fixtures. We'll also be covering the other 2 fixtures going on in the background as well. Don't forget, if you haven't already, you've still got time to get yourself down into the UCL FIFA Simmed tournament. If you don't know about the FIFA Sim tournament, basically, very, very soon, in the next week or 2, we're going to be running a Champions League FIFA Sim tournament. So what it means basically is that all 32 teams from this season's Champions League are going to be put into a draw, and when we get 32 players involved, each player at random will be given one of those teams from this season's Champions League. You don't need an Xbox or a PlayStation or FIFA for it. The AI will take control of your team, but you will be the manager, so you'll be able to make the tactical tweaks in terms of your formations and who you want to play in the side, vice versa. But it'll be a simmed tournament. There's a cash/gift card prize for the winner, and we still need a few more players in this tournament. There's 9 spots left, so if you do want to take part, it's going to be a very fun tournament, which we're going to be streaming live on YouTube. Then do put your name down in the comments below. We will add you to the list of people who want to play in this tournament. And then, of course, when we do live stream it, you can make your tactical tweaks, substitutions, vice versa. And you never know, you might actually be coming out of the tournament with a cash prize. If you're wondering how it's going to work, it's going to be pretty much knockout tournaments. So there'll be a round of 32, which will be one-legged. And then after the round of 16, everybody will have 2 legs to make sure everybody's got a fair chance, potentially, of a comeback. But that's the tournament. Once again, if you want to play along and you haven't put your name down for it, please, please, please tell me now in the comments below, and I will list you down, because myself and Will, we are gathering a list of names together for that tournament. So it'd be very, very nice for you guys to put your name in soon if you haven't yet, and we'll put you down on that list. Don't forget, as always, as well, our social media links. As you can see on the screen, our Twitter is @the_top corner. And our Instagram is _sportscorner_. Do go and check those out if you want to know whenever we're live on YouTube, as well as when we post articles up on the website. Then please do go and check that out. Definitely lots of content available on Twitter as well, in terms of transfer news updates and other things like that. And then most importantly, if you haven't checked out our website yet, our website is thesports-corner.com. Please do go and check it out. There's new articles available every single day. We're going to have a Team of the Week piece. If you're a big FIFA fan, I'm going to put up my Team of the Week predictions today. And then over the weekend, we've had a few of the pieces. We had a piece about Chris Wilder and leaving Sheffield United. We've had a few NFL pieces. And then most importantly, if you are an NFL fan today, then do stick around on the channel. We haven't got any more watch-alongs today in terms of watch-along content, but what we have got going on throughout the day is we will be having NFL Free Agency Frenzy live. Now, if you're not a fan of NFL, then maybe it's not for you, and that's understandable, but basically, Free Agency Frenzy live, I don't really know much myself about NFL. Well, there's lots of deals going on across the NFL over the next few weeks, free agents as such. A lot of big name free agents as well because of the whole coronavirus pandemic. So there is a potential opportunity for a lot of big deals to go on over the next few days. It really ramps up, I believe, on Wednesday, but there could be plenty of big deals coming across the next few days. So over the week, you'll be able to join KL and Will be the 2 main people, and then there might be articles from KD, Rowan potentially, although I think it's more likely for it to be KL and Will. But they will be doing a live stream, I think, at some point today, based around Free Agency Frenzy. So if you're a big fan of the NFL, then do stick around for that, because there's lots of business to be done in the next few days. And of course, if you want to keep up to date with all of the latest deals, we will be posting live, kind of like a live blog type thing on the website. That is the sports-corner.com. The boys will be putting up all the latest articles for the biggest deals across NFL. I put your name down for the tournament, Kurt. Thank you very much. Your name is down. I will get you straight over to Will's list, and we'll see, of course, how many spots we've got left. But overall, what a brilliant first half of action we've had. 2-1 to Wellington Phoenix. We've had a 30-yard screamer from Connor Devlin. We've had 3 goals, end-to-end action, and I think there's a whole host more to come. We'll be back in a few more minutes for the second half. We'll look at the 2 benches and see maybe some potential players that could come on and make a difference. But as for now, go and get yourself a coffee, get yourself a drink, get yourself a pint. It might only be 9 AM in the morning in the UK, but it's never too early to have a drink. And we'll be back for the second half in a few moments. But as it stands for now, Wellington Phoenix 2, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. I think there's more goals to come. See you in a few minutes. And we are back ahead of the second half of action. Thank you very much for those of you that have been in the stream. Don't worry, Reece, you haven't missed anything yet, because we are only at half-time of this game as it currently stands. Western Sydney 1, Wellington Phoenix 2. Got a quite very good game on our hands right now. If you've missed the first 45 minutes of action, where have you been? It's been an incredible game to watch. Of course, you'll have seen over the last few weeks some of the A-League games going on. The A-League is not short of goals, and one thing it hasn't brought today is a pretty boring game. It's been incredible to watch. It all started off, as we said, in the first 10 minutes. Devlin, the first goal of the match, lovely outside of the foot shot goal. That was a brilliant finish into the back of the net. Margouche was not going to be able to save it. Then it was made 1-1 by one of the youngsters. I think it was actually his first goal this season in the league. It was Wilmering inside the box. Lovely kind of volleyed finish. And that was his first ever goal. Was formerly the ball boy for the club in their first ever match. Now playing as a player. So very, very good indeed to see one of their young players of the future doing very well. And then, of course, the biggest moment of the game, Connor Devlin with the strike of the season. 30-yard half volley screamer that I think is well worth checking out if you haven't seen it already. It's a brilliant, brilliant goal and a really, really classy finish that put Wellington Phoenix into the lead. And of course, as you would expect right now, this first 45 minutes, the momentum is all with Wellington Phoenix. But the question is, are they going to be able to hold on? In fact, Western Sydney Wanderers this season have only actually won one game at home this season so far, which is very, very disappointing for them. And it looks like they're on course yet again to be going to another game where they had a very, very bad stream. Very bad. I can't speak. It's because I saw stream in the comments. Very, very bad game at home. But Reese's Port, I hope you had a good one, lads. I'm still here. We're still live. We're still rocking and rolling, Reese. Don't worry. We've been live since about 8 o'clock this morning for this game. As both teams coming back out for the second half of action here. Western Sydney 1, Wellington Phoenix 2. But the question is the scoreline going to stay the same? Because I, to be honest with you, don't think it will. If it keeps going the same way it did, I think we've got a few more goals coming our way in this match tonight, which is very exciting indeed. I'm saying tonight. I'm so used to saying tonight. It's this morning. It's only 9 a.m. in the morning. I've been up since 6:30. So I'm kind of looking and thinking, well, I mean, you know, I've been up for a few hours now. It feels pretty strange. Pretty strange, I'll tell you that. But Carl Robinson, just having a bit of a... I think he's actually doing an interview right now with the A-League, which is quite interesting to see. Don't tend to see that often in football, where they'll have an interview with the manager at half-time. But the A-League does that. As we get underway with the second half of action, Western Sydney Wanderers 1, Wellington Phoenix 2. And if we get anything like we did in the first half, then I think we're on for another incredible 45 minutes of action. 3 goals to start off the game. Are we going to get another 3 in this match? Harry is in the chat. How are you doing, Harry? We're going to put Western Sydney comeback. You never know. I mean, it's been a very even game overall. I think Phoenix have been the better side. Western Sydney Wanderers haven't, in my opinion, done much with the ball. Or things good enough to get a few goals to the name. But there is going to be an early chance here for the ball to be fed towards Wayne, but it doesn't get to him in the end. And we haven't had any changes, by the way, at half-time in this match. So both teams sticking it out as you would expect. I don't think really both teams really needed to make a change, apart from unless Mitchie Duke picked up an injury, because he was hobbling a little bit before the end of the first half. But he seems all right now. That 15-minute break will have done you some good. Question is, will it have done the team good? Because they need to get something back, and fairly quickly. Wellington Phoenix looking very, very organised in this game. Good shape, good rhythm, good defensive back line. And I think there'll be a few fans expecting them maybe to go out there and get 1 or 2 more and really kill off Western Sydney Wanderers. But we'll have to see what happens. As Chris put, gotta love the hype commentary from Josh this time of day. Honestly, if there's one thing I've got, is bundles of energy at any time of the day. As Wellington Phoenix are going to come forward here again. And there's going to be a long-range effort from Piscopo, but it's straight to the hands of Margouche in goal, who had a very busy first 45 minutes of action. I think he's going to have another busy 45 minutes again. I'm not going to lie. As Carl Robinson watches on. And he'll be hoping his side can have a very special 45 minutes, because they need to get back in this game. And of course get 2 goals minimum to win it. And first ball lobbed in here towards Duke, which he gets a very good header on the ball, but it's straight into the hands of Sale. And that will be the first chance of this second half of action in the A-League. And as well, Chris, I have been up since 6:30 this morning, so I'm full of energy, I'm wide awake. And it doesn't help that I have had a gin this morning as well. It usually does give me a bit of energy, gin, so I thought I'd have a nice early gin in the morning. You know, it's never too early to have a cheeky pink gin, is it? But no, it's given me some energy this morning, as well as a sausage and bacon sandwich. Always does you good. As Western Sydney Wanderers here looking to dominate the first few minutes. With the second half, it's going to be Tracy who gets the ball into a Beanie, who's got a really good chance here. Lays it towards Jordan Much, and well, I mean, Jordan Much, that ball might be landing in Leeds at this rate. I'll tell you that for sure. Terrible shot. Tracy does really well to keep the ball under his feet. Gets it to a Beanie. I thought at first a Beanie was going to take the shot on. He lays it off to Much outside the box, and well, I think there'll be some fan in Australia who's caught that ball from the outside of the stadium because that was going really high and wide. In terms of the stats of this game, if you're wondering so far, there's been 15 shots for Western Sydney Wanderers, 4 on target, 7 shots for Wellington Phoenix, 5 on target, 2 goals. So we've had so many opportunities in this game in that first half. It's going to be tough for Western Sydney Wanderers to come back here. Wellington have been very consistent in terms of the finishing side of stuff. Western Sydney Wanderers haven't, and that's been their problem so far. Even with a player like Mitchell Duke up top with 9 goals in 15 games, he just can't seem to really get himself into this match so far, and it's a chance here for Piscopo. Plays the ball into ball. Now to Devlin, who just takes a really awkward first touch, and in the end it takes the ball away from him, and it's a chance wasted for the away side, who will definitely be looking to get a third goal in this game to not necessarily kill the match off, but make it much harder for the home team to make a comeback in this game. Cars, but I kind of prefer watching matches at night and under the floodlights than early where it's bright. Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, I don't mind it as such now. As I said, I think it's better always with the floodlights on at night. Makes it so much special, you know, especially with the Champions League. You know, can you imagine if that was on at like 3-4 in an afternoon? It'd be strange, it'd be wrong to have it without floodlights on and such. But do you know, I don't mind getting up early this morning. Here in the UK, it's a really sunny day, really nice outside. So I don't mind being up nice and early because I can get a few good things done afterwards after this stream. But yeah, it's nice to be up early in the morning. And it's nice to have good weather too, because it's not just good weather in Australia for once. It's pretty nice weather here as well, which is very rare indeed. As Western Sydney Wanderers look to come forward, it's going to be a chance here for Bakus to play the ball out to Wilmering, the goal scorer. Only at the age of 20. And I think he'll be looking very hungry to maybe get 1 or 2 more tonight. Here he is on the ball now, Wilmering. Going to take on his man. Eventually plays the ball back to Natter. Western Sydney Wanderers playing with the back 3 tonight. 3-4-1-2 they're playing. Tracy acting as a cam with Duke and Abini up top. And it's been pretty decent so far, that back 3. But they have been opened up quite often by Wayne, Davila, David Ball. There's a ball in from Russell into the box, but no one's there to claim the ball. And Bakus does very well here to get the ball back. It's Wilmering. Now to Duke. Lovely ball towards Tracy, who tries to get around his man, but brilliant defending in the end by Payne, who just keeps tight to his man. And in the end, he gets it out for a corner. But Chris's point, in other words, when Josh ends this stream, he's back to spare. No, definitely won't be. Definitely won't be. One thing I can't do is nap or sleep. Once I'm awake for the rest of the day. Very, very rare I ever nap. I think the only time I ever nap is when I'm ill. But Tracy going to put a ball into the box, and it's in! It's 2-2, and it's Jordan Much. He's not had much to do in this game so far, but he gets a goal to his name, and it's 2-2 in this match. And for all of the work that they've done in this game, Wellington Phoenix to get themselves with a 2-1 lead, it's one opportunity from Jordan Much from the corner. He heads it into the back of the net. It's 2-2, and I think we're looking on course for another brilliant second half of action. 2-2 in this game, and I don't think this is anywhere near done. But it's a brilliant corner. Comes towards Jordan Much. He gets a really good solid header on it. He's put it into the bottom right-hand corner. The goalkeeper stretching to get the ball. It's a really good header, and Jordan Much levels this game up. It's 2-2. Let's go. What a match this is. 4 goals, and it only took us 6 7 minutes for the first goal of the second half. Jordan Much scoring in back-to-back matches, and he'll be very, very happy with that goal. A lovely, lovely header from the former Crystal Palace man, and Jordan Much makes it 2-2, and we've got a game on our hands here. What a match this has been. I mean, if this is an advert for the neutrals, maybe there's some of you guys that have never watched the A-League before and you haven't necessarily seen it as such, then I would highly recommend watching more A-League games, because one thing this league isn't short of is goals. Rarely ever get a 0-0. I think there's been one 0-0 draw this season, and there's been loads of games going on. So you're never really shy of a goal in the league. And we haven't been shy of goals today, and this game will definitely not be ending 2-2, that's for sure. Both teams going for it, as Wellington Phoenix there will be definitely disappointed that they've conceded, but I don't think there's much you could have done there with Jordan Munch's sumptuous header that puts Western Sydney Wanderers back in the driving seat as they look to come forward here yet again and try and complete the comeback and make it 3-2. It's going to be Mitchell Duke on the left wing. Plays the ball into the path of Bakus, who tries to keep the ball in play, but he's actually pushed down. He thinks it's a free kick. The referee said no, and play will continue on with a Phoenix throw-in. I think, yeah, it will be a Phoenix throw-in the end. I was very confused because everybody was like lingering around the ball, but it has been given as a Phoenix throw-in, which will be taken now. But what a performance so far from both teams. Because they're just so even on paper in terms of league performance and such this season, it's made for a captivating match that has got a long, long way to go. As Phoenix loft along the ball, push the ball forward, hit it long into the path of Ben Waite, but it doesn't get to him in the end. And the goalkeeper, Magoosh, comes out and gets it, but now there's a chance here for Western Sydney. Ball from Tracy into Wabini, who just can't get a touch of the ball. A little bit heavy pass there from Tracy. He's had a lot to do in this game so far. Now it's Bakus. Going to get into Russell. And whips a brilliant ball into the box. And it's Mitchie Duke who gets a header on it. But it's just not a good enough header. And it will go out of play for a goal kick. But Russell and Duke showing appreciation for each other there. Because it was a brilliant, brilliant ball in from Russell. Glances a header towards the path of Dukes. And he flashes across the face of the box, the header there, and goes out of play for a goal kick. But you can see Western Sydney Wanderers, they're getting back into this game. There's a good flow, good rhythm to the second half. They've had 61% possession compared to the 39% of Phoenix in this first 10 minutes of the second half. So they're looking the much better side in this game, but they need to capitalise here because a 2-2 draw would not be good enough for either side right now in terms of league position. It would put them back to where they originally were at the beginning of this match, as Tracy does really well to get the ball here. He's on the left wing now. Flicks the ball towards the path of Duke. Doesn't get to him in the end. And now, still a chance for Russell to get the ball. But Magani does really, really well indeed. And he will try and get Wellington Phoenix forward in this game. After all the hard work they've had so far in this match, the 30-yard wonder goal, it might still not mean much if they don't go on and try and get a winner in this match. But most of all, they need a little bit of possession now as well, because Western really starting to dominate this game, as you would expect as the home side. And it would actually be Wellington Phoenix's third win in a row. I thought I was right at first. Google was saying it would have been the second one, but it would be the third win in a row here for Wellington Phoenix if they did come out with something in this game. So it'd be a very, very good result for them if they were to get 3 points. I mean, a point still wouldn't be too bad against Western Sydney, but this game is not done yet as Devlin looks to come forward. He's taken down, but referee's going to play on here. Ball played towards Piscopo. He tries to flick it towards David Ball in the box, but he doesn't get to him. And it's still alive here for Wellington Phoenix. McGarry on the left wing. What can he do here? Lovely ball into the box. Gets it towards the path of Ben Wayne, who does get a header on the ball, but it's just not enough trajectory on the ball to put it anywhere near the goal, and it will go out of play for a goal kick. But another good chance in the match. Ben Wayne, just seeing the opportunity again. Brilliant ball from McGarry. Drives forward. And it's floated towards the back stick. But it's a tough one to get his header onto as Phoenix are going to come forward again here. It's going to be Piscopo who pushes forward, but good defended in the end by Gordon. And we're back to that end-to-end action, what we saw at the end of the first half. Much into Wilmering. He tries to whip a ball in, but now McGowan gets a slight deflection on the ball, and it will go out of play for a corner. Still 2-2 in this match as it stands. 13 minutes left of action. Is either of these two sides going to go on and claim a winner? As we're just trying to see what happened here with McGowan. Yeah, I think he's just been hit in a certain area. I'm not going to say which area it was, specifically speaking, but apparently it's happened a few times before to him, so a little bit unlucky in that respect. But it is going to be a corner here for Western Sydney Wanderers, and a chance to make it 3-2. It's going to be Tracy who's going to put the ball into the box. This will be the 6th corner of the game for the home side. And it comes towards Duke, who does get his head onto it, and his teammates got in the way in the end, and there's going to be a yellow card here coming out. A chance for Phoenix to counter-attack, but very good tactical foul, you could say, from Gordon, who will go into the book. But just seeing that header again from Mitchy Duke, it was, in the end, I think it came off the hand of Bacchus, so it probably would have been given as a handball anyway, had it have been put into the back of the net. But Ziggy Gordon goes into the book with a yellow card. As Bernaldo's put, "Come on, you Wanderers." How you doing, Bernaldo? Hope you're good this morning, or this afternoon, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching, of course. It is 9:25 here. I've been up since 6:30. Very excited for this match, and it's living up to the hype. And it's a very impressive start, I have to say, for the home side. It's what we expected. They've got to come out in this match and really take it to Phoenix, because for too much of this game, especially in that first kind of 45 minutes, it felt like Phoenix were the home team. Just dominated the possession in this match, and they're going to come forward again here. Devlin gets a ball into the path of Wayne, whose touch lets him down. And now there's a chance here for Western Sydney Wanderers to counter-attack. It's going to be Mitchell Duke. He plays the ball into Abini. It's a 3-on-2 here. Abini just slips over. And that's a chance that Western Sydney Wanderers needed to get in this game. And Abini just slips at the most definitive time in this match, where you just think that could have been the chance to make it 3-2. As Bernard's put morning here, 5 a.m, want to forget yesterday, lol. Yeah, I mean, apart from that Rabona goal, it wasn't a good game, was it? It wasn't a good game at all. But no, not good at all. But 5 a.m. in the morning. As Tubbs is in the chat as well. How are you doing, Tubbs? He's put, "Come on, Wellington. Come on, Wellington." Half an hour left for either of these two teams to get a winning goal. But how are you doing, Tubbs? I hope you're all good, mate. 30 minutes left of this match. It's 2-2. Literally, if this was a boxing match, both teams would be definitely putting some good punches in. But neither team backing down and giving up yet. And this game has got a long, long way to go, as Phoenix is going to come forward here. Ball towards Devlin. It's a little bit of a heavy ball, but he's done really well to get a touch here on the right wing. Going to spray it into the path of Clayton Lewis, who takes the shot on from long range. And yet again, another long range effort in this match. But this time it's just a little bit closer to the goal. And it was a very, very good chance indeed. Margouche was diving for the ball, but I don't think it would have ever been going into the back of the net. But it's a good effort from Clayton Lewis. And there's been a lot of long-range efforts in this game, and I would probably say that is one of the better efforts we've had in the match. As we're going to get the first substitute of the game. And it's going to be Tom Mohamed. Let's go. 38 appearances, 17 goals for Israel. Tom Mohamed is on the pitch. If you remember him, of course you'll know Brighton and Charlton as the two teams of the past that he's been in. And I've just heard as well that Wellington Phoenix do actually have an Israeli and Tom Mohamed Appreciation Club that have actually travelled to this game today to watch him play. So they'll be delighted that he's got half an hour to try and get himself a goal in this match. But Tom Mohamed's on the pitch. And I'm going to be very excited to actually see how he does in this game, because very clinical player in his past. Brilliant to watch at Brighton in the few spells he had in the actual team before he was booted out of the club. But I'm excited to see how he does in the A-League. Apologies about But he's on the pitch now, and that'll be his first touch of the game, and he's backheeled it, and this is a brilliant chance of the match, and now Wellington Phoenix is going to come forward here. Ball coming towards the path of... Oh, it was a really good chance, and it was a ball into the path of Piscopo, and it's really, really heavy in the end, and just doesn't get to him. But they will be coming forward here again, and now there's still a chance here, and he's down, and that's got to be a penalty, and the referee points to the spot, and Phoenix have a penalty, and Piscopo, he's fouled in the box. And the referee has no decision but to give the penalty. And a yellow card is going to go to McGowan. And Phoenix here have a chance to make it 3-2 in the match. And it's the right decision in the end from the referee here. McGowan is stretching to try and get a tackle. And in the end, it was Piscopo who he takes down. It's the right decision from the referee, I think. Just seeing it now in slow motion. I mean, actually... Yeah, I'd probably say it's a penalty. I'd say it's a penalty. I think when you slow it down, it actually looks like there's no contact. But, yeah, it is a penalty in the end. And it's actually going to be Tom Ahmed. This will be his first A-League goal for Wellington Phoenix. The Israeli Wellington Phoenix fan club. There's 30 of them there to watch Tom Ahmed. And he's got a chance to get his first goal of the club. And the Israeli, he steps up to the spot. Takes a slow run up and puts it into the net. It's a brilliant penalty, and the Appreciation Society is brilliant to see. Tom Ahmed, he's run over to the Appreciation Society, he's jumped into the crowd, he's taken the Israeli flag, and he's gone and hugged the fans. It's absolutely beautiful to see. And Tom Ahmed, he puts Wellington Phoenix 3-2 up, and that is his first A-League goal of the season, and it's lovely to see. He ran over to the fans. He's gone and obviously taken the flag and hugged and obviously gone around a few of the fans very quickly with the very few seconds of celebration time he's got. But it's 3-2 to Wellington Phoenix, and it was correct decision from the referee to give that as a penalty. And the away side take the lead. He's only been on the pitch for 2 minutes, and he's got a goal to his name. And I think if you're an A-League fan, I would expect Tom Ahmed's name to be coming up quite often on the score sheet in the future of the A-League. And that is beautiful to see. The 30 fans there that he was celebrating with. It's lovely to see in the end. But he's played 8 games so far in the A-League. First goal to his name, and that'll be the big confidence booster that he needs in this match. 3-2 in this game. And as I said, I would expect in the future Tom Ahmed to probably get himself on the score sheet a little bit more in this league. I think he's a brilliant player on his day. Clinical finisher, which is something that Phoenix need. As Western Sydney Wanderers going to come forward here. Mitchie Duke! Oh, what a goal! Can you believe it? He's 3-0! Mitchell Duke with an absolute wonder strike! What a goal! I mean, it's only 9:30 in the morning and I shouldn't be shouting, but I don't care because it's a brilliant goal! Literally, instantly from kickoff, it's 3-0! What a game! And I mean, I don't know whether something's going to be checked here. Phoenix manager is absolutely fuming. They think that there's a push in there for a foul, and this will be checked just in case. But what a goal that is! Unbelievable finish from Mitchell Duke. And we're just seeing now to see if this is going to be a foul or not. I don't think there's really much in that, to be honest. But what a finish from Mitchell Duke. He takes a touch. He whacks it on the volley. And I don't think there's much in that, to be honest. It's an absolute sumptuous strike. What a goal. And this would be absolutely disgusting if this is ruled out by VAR. I don't think there's any push in there, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think there's a push in there at all. That has to count. And what a goal it is. And all we're doing now is just waiting to see whether VAR is going to give this as a goal or not. I mean, wow! What a game! What a game! 6 goals in this match. And this is definitely nowhere near done. The Phoenix manager is absolutely fuming. He's out of his box right now. He's talking to the 4th official. But the goal stands. What a goal. It's 3-3 in this game. Mitchie Duke. I mean, we've seen 2 wonder goals in this match. This game has got everything in it right now. 6 goals, 2 screamers. And 25 minutes left on the clock. This is what we love to see. Welcome to the A-League, my friends. This is what you expect from this league. And Phoenix looking to come forward again now. This could be a chance here. And a chance is wide. Wow, take a breather. What a goal! I saw just everybody in the chat going mental there for the goal. I mean, what an unbelievable finish. Rowan will be going bananas. I think I might have gone bananas there as well. Rowan definitely would have gone even more bananas because he loves Mitchell Duke. But what a goal! I don't know if he's watching it or not right now, but what a game. I mean, Tubbs has put more A-League watch-alongs, please. I think we will be doing more A-League watch-alongs, I'm not going to lie. It does mean getting up early, but I don't mind it when you get content like this. Fucking hell, what a game. And this has got 20 minutes left. It's not done yet as Ruther tries to whip a ball into the box and it will go out of play for a corner, but Mitchy Duke, literally from kick-off, about 20 seconds after Tom Ahmed had got what he probably thought could have been the winning goal. I mean, Mitchy Duke just takes it into his own and scores an absolute thunderstrike. But we're going to have a corner here. And, well, with 20 minutes left. Both teams have had 29 shots in the match, by the way. 29 shots in this game. And I don't think this is ending 3-3. But there's going to be a corner here for Wellington Phoenix. Which is going to be whipped in, I think, by Ruther. Lobbed into the box by Lewis, in fact, instead. Ruther was the one who got the corner. And Lewis will lob it back into the box. It's a really awkward ball. It's cleared away by Bakus. But Wellington Phoenix will get the ball back. And a game like this, of course, it's not even a case, in my opinion, of poor defensive performances. There's just been exceptional goals left, right and centre. And here come Phoenix again. Ball played towards the path of David Ball. And Bakus there doing really well indeed to get the ball back. Trying to lead Western Sydney Wanderers on the counter-attack. And the ball did go out of play for a throw-in. And Wellington Phoenix manager here, Talai, is just slowly starting to lose a little bit of the positivity from early. He had a big smile on his face when the Hamed goal went in. But after the incredible Mitchy Duke strike, you can see that the frustration is beginning to build in this match. A few decisions that he feel aren't going his side's way. But as I said in the end, I don't think that was a push, in my opinion, on Mitchell. I don't think Mitchell Duke pushed in that situation. It was very light. Yes, there was a hand, but there wasn't much in it for it to really be a push and to not give that as a goal. I think it was actually a little bit more from the Wellington player with a little bit of pulling and tugging between them. But 20 minutes left. Who's going to be the hero in this match? Because there's a long, long time to get a winner in this game. And, I mean, this is probably one of the better watch-alongs I've had on the channel in terms of goals. And probably one of the better games we've had in general. There's Mitchy Duke. Looks to play a ball into the box towards a beanie. Doesn't get to him in the end. And now, it's going to be a chance here for Bakus to come forward. Plays the ball to Tracy. And it will go out of play in the end for a goal kick. And a chance to breathe for the moment in this game. I mean, Tubbs is saying, come on, Wellington. He wants the away side to win it. And we're just seeing that Mitchell Duke goal again. The technical ability to take it down on his chest and hit it first time is absolutely unbelievable. Rowan, if you are in here, please tell me if you are, because Mitchy Duke's coming off the pitch. What a performance from him. What a goal. And Yeboah is going to go up top. And Tracy, he'll be coming off as well. And on comes Kamau. So 2 changes for Western Sydney Wanderers here. We have plenty of time left in this game to go out there and get the winning goal. But this is Kamau's 50th game for Western Sydney Wanderers. And what a way to cap it off if he was to get a goal to his name. But we'll have to see as this game continues on. Stunning, stunning match here on your Monday morning. Who would have thought 3-3 would have been on the list of scores for today's game? I'll tell you that for sure. And I will apologise in advance to KD. If he is asleep and I woke him up, then I will apologise in advance for that. And I apologise in advance to everybody else, because I know Rowan and Kieran are up, so I'm alright. I'm just more bothered I've probably woke KD up. But I mean, if you saw that, he would have probably gone mental himself. But if you took an early game to break your boring game watch along, Coaster. Yeah, but let's not forget yesterday was a very good game in the North London derby. I wouldn't say that was a boring match yesterday, with a Rabona goal. It was quite a dramatic match, I'd say, North London derby. So I mean, I'd say the curse has worn off a little bit in the last few days. But, no, I mean, this is a brilliant match. As Tom Hamed's gone down, I think they've given a foul in favour of Wellington here. And with 18 minutes left, still need some stuff to go on in this match for either of these two sides to win. You can tell that both teams playing to a very good pace. Both teams looking really, really good indeed. But there just needs to be a bit more of a... I wouldn't say slow the game down, because we want it at this pace. We want both teams to be going at each other, but defences need to stay calm here, because with both teams conceding 3 goals, it's quite a crazy match. I mean, Carl's put your KD's alarm clock. I mean, it's 9:30. Should be fine. There's going to be a yellow card coming out here. I think Piscopo going into the book there with a yellow card for a foul at the halfway line. So Western Sydney Wanderers here. Going to try and push forward. It's going to be with Natta at the halfway line. Natta Bakus. You don't want it to end this game. What a match. Probably one of the better games in the A-League this season. And we've perfectly picked the right match to watch, didn't we? TubSport recipe, Spurs and Arsenal recipe for one boring game. I wouldn't have said it was a bad game. I wouldn't have said it was boring. I mean, it was a decent match overall. I know, obviously, it could have had more moments in it, but it was a very good game. I think Spurs weren't good, but that last 10 or 15 minutes where Arsenal just looked sloppy at the back, Spurs did look like they were going to go on and get an equaliser in the game. So I thought it was a good match overall, but chance here for Wilmering. Plays the ball to Russell, who tries to whip the ball into the box. Doesn't get to anyone in the end, and will actually go out of play for a Western Sydney Wanderers throw-in. Here's Kamau. Now ball from Gordon into Yeboah, takes one touchdown. They're calling for a handball, isn't given. Here's Kamau, and he plays a ball into the box, but not the greatest opportunity in the world. Yeboah just stretching to get a touch on the ball, but both the substitutes linking up early on into their substitute appearance, and it was a really nice ball from Kamau, and as I said, just a little bit too much pace on the ball. Yeboah there stretching to get a touch on it in the game, but Bernardo saying dreadful game but not boring was the Spurs match yesterday, and then Tubbs saying that Adelaide versus Perth game was just as entertaining as this game. Did it have 2 wonder goals? Honestly, who knows, but going to be a substitution here. Ibini coming off and Nikolai Muller coming onto the pitch. So the German coming on in this game. Former player, of course, you'll know him from the past. Former Hamburg man a few years ago in the Bundesliga. And one of their star players in terms of recognisable signings for the neutral. As Wellington Phoenix are going to have a goal kick which Sale will hit long. As before the Rabona goal, the game was dead. Yeah, true, the first 20 minutes wasn't good, but the Rabona goal brought the game to life, and it was needed. It was much needed, but it definitely brought the game to life, which was the important thing. And as I said, would have been very Arsenal-less for them to drop points in the end, with the way that they were playing at times. But Wellington here going to come forward. It's going to be a chance with Ruffer. Now into Devlin, who plays a brilliant ball into the path of, I think it was Tom Mohamed, who tried to backheel the ball into Ruffer, made a good run, but in the end, Margush with a simple save, and it's a chance that doesn't come to anything in the end. But is anybody going to grab a winner in this game? That is the question. 3-3 in this match. Still lots of time in this game. It's going to be Kamau. Still going here, and a free kick's been given, and I assume referee's going to bring out a yellow card here for Lewis, which he does. So Clayton Lewis going into the book. Foul on Kamau there. And a chance here for a free kick in a decent area for Western Sydney Wanderers. And it's the right decision in the end from the referee. Kamau just trying to push forward, hit on the break. Good tackle in the end from Clayton Lewis. It's a tactical foul at the very least, but free kick in a very good position. And Nikolai Muller, who's just come onto the pitch, is standing over it. And with the way that this game has gone, with the wonder goals that we've had, you might as well just hit this and it go into the back of the net, because we've had... it's a little bit too far out to be ever hitting it, but we've had some screamers. Either that or he's going to get whipped into someone and they're whacking this on the volley. It is a long shot show right now. As there's a little bit of a discussion on what to do here for the free kick. I think Gordon's one of the players who wants it. Muller whips it towards him. And it's a good cross in the end, but it's headed away by Tom Ahmed, who just comes back to do some defensive duties. And now there's a chance here for Wellington Phoenix to break. Ball hit long towards the path of Devlin. He does get a very decent touch on the ball in the end. Now to Ahmed, who plays the ball towards David Ball. And the referee is going to give a free kick here to Phoenix. In a very decent position for Phoenix here. I think about 30 yards out from goal. And the away side are going to make a substitution here with 13 minutes left of the match. And Soterio is coming onto the pitch. And David Ball is going to be coming off the pitch. So the former Rotherham man will be coming off the pitch. And on comes Soterio for the last 13 minutes. Should be interesting to see what happens here. Pretty okay performance from David Ball today. Didn't really see much of him in the match, but in a 6-6 game, crazy match. Soterio, 2014 Asian Champions League winner with Western Sydney Wanderers. So a former player of the past for the home side. Could it be potentially coming back to haunt them by the end of this match? But free kick here in a decent position. Piscopo, Devlin, the two players standing over it. And I think McGarry was also standing over it, but he's walked away. Payne also standing very close to the ball. It looks like they've got kind of a free kick tactic set up here. Let's see what they do with this. It's going to be led into the path of Lewis, who takes on the long range effort, but it's just always going high and wide. And do you know what? It's not a bad chance. As I said, I did think they were going to be going for a tactic with the free kick, and it was a decent tactic in the end. Lots of space for Clayton Lewis to hit the shot, but ultimately it was never really dipping that shot. And it wasn't really much of a test for Margouche in goal. With 12 minutes left here. It's going to be come out. Plays the ball into the path of Nikolai Muller. Now into Gordon. Going to play the ball into Wilmering on the left wing here. Now to come out. Still time here for a winner in this game. 11 minutes left on the clock. Who's going to be the hero? Is there going to be a hero? That's the question. Or are we going in at 3-3? Long ball lofted towards Wilmering, the goal scorer in the first half. Cuts in, takes on his man. Plays out, ball out to Natta, who's whipped the ball in. It's going to come towards Yeboah, but doesn't get to him. And Devlin will hit the ball long. And here comes Soterio, who's quite a quick player, trying to get to the ball, but the cross in the end was just a little bit too weak from Devlin. And Phoenix are just going to clear the ball away here, as the referee is going to pull the ball back, I think, for a free kick. So, a lot of attacking changes on the pitch. You can see both managers, as you would expect in a game of this magnitude, want to go out there and win it. It's had a little bit of everything this match, but it still deserves a winner for one of these two teams. Of course, the next time these two sides play is the weekend, I think. Western Sydney Wanderers playing on Friday, which will be against, I think it's against Perth Glory. So that's at 8:05 on Friday, which will be live with Rowan. So he'll actually get to see Western Sydney Wanderers again. As there's a chance here for Soterio. Plays the ball towards Tom Ahmed. It was a really good cross in the end, but very good defending at the back from, I think it was Nana at the back. Just gets a touch on the ball and keeps it away from the Israelian. And it will go out of play for a throw-in. But very, very good chance indeed. Nata just gets in front of the Israelian to make sure he can't get a touch, or else you'd expect a player of his quality to put the ball in the back of the net. 18 years old, Nata, which is crazy. Looked very, very good in this game. Even though they've conceded 3 goals at the back, he's looked very confident. And but as that's not ruled Soterio of Leyton Orient, I can confirm it's no, it's Soterio technically his name is, but yeah, it's not him in the end. But chance here for Phoenix to come forward. Acres of space at the top of the box, but Gordon, who was on the yellow card by the way, desperately throws himself at the ball and does really well to get the sliding tackle without putting himself at risk of being sent off. As Phoenix are going to get a corner here, ball put out of play by Bakus. So, big moment here. 8 minutes left. And it's going to be Piscopo who takes the corner. And you do feel like a winner's coming. Tom Ahmed already with a goal today. He'll be the primary target, I think. So Piscopo is going to whip the ball in. And it was kind of edged towards the path of Tom Ahmed. And it comes out in the end to the path of McGowan, who takes on the long-range effort. Sorry, McGarry even. It took on the long-range effort, but it's just high and wide and never really, very similar like the Clayton Lewis one, never really going towards goal. Always kind of dipping up away from the goal for Margush. But penalty spot, I thought he maybe moved and got some moves in the early. No, this is his first name is Joshua, I think. Joshua. Not Joshua, it's Joshua. It's like Jau and then Shua. So yeah, very interesting name. Has come out, looks to come forward here for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Referee going to give a free kick though in the end. I think they're saying that Devlin fouled him, which I think is a little bit harsh. Wellington Phoenix manager just getting a little bit more frustrated as the game goes on. The fourth official just explaining a few things to him. I'm surprised actually the referee maybe hasn't booked him at this stage because he's just consistently complaining all the time. Especially in the last 15-20 minutes since the incredible equaliser for Mitchy Duke. But free kick here. And it's a brilliant chance here for Wilmering, the 20-year-old, to whip a good ball into the box and maybe see if Western Sydney Wanderers can get a winner. Ball's put into the box. He tries to get it towards Nada. To come back here towards... I think it was Jordan Much who tried to whip a ball in, but didn't get it in the end. And now there's a chance here for the break. Soterio going to play the ball into Tom Ahmed. It's a really poor touch, and in the end, it's a brilliant tackle from McGowan, who once again he's on a yellow card and goes in the slide tackle. Now Kamau's coming forward here. Still going. Chance for Nikolai Muller at the edge of the box. It comes towards the path of Yeboah. He's in. He's 4-3. And that's a brilliant goal for Western Sydney Wanderers. And Yeboah, the substitute, gets himself on the score sheet. And it's the three substitutes, Muller, Kamau and Yeboah, who all link up together. And Western Sydney Wanderers, for the first time in the match, finally take the lead in this game, and it's a brilliant finish from Yeboah. And it all comes from Tom Ahmed, who was on the counter-attack, takes a really poor touch in the end. McGowan makes a brilliant tackle, and then Kamau presses forward. There's plenty of spaces for him to pass the ball into. He plays it to Muller, who takes the shot, and it's deflected. It comes into the path of Yeboah. He's got plenty of time and plenty of space to adjust his body, to curl the ball into the back of the net. And in the end, it's a brilliant finish. And all three substitutes link up together. And 4-3 Western Sydney Wanderers. And it looks like the home side are finally about to get another home win on the board. And that is a brilliant goal. All from the counter-attack. And Western Sydney Wanderers 4. Wellington Phoenix 3. What a match this has been. What a game. 11 goals in 53 career matches in the A-League so far. And Kwame Yeboah has a goal to his name. And this has been a brilliant match to watch. Genuinely end-to-end, as Lokaloy Engoy is going to come onto the pitch here for Wellington Phoenix. They've got 5 minutes of normal time to get something back in this game. And they need a little bit of the magic that Western Sydney Wanderers had when they got the 3-3 equaliser. And Engoy is going to go up top now. And, I mean, it's brilliant counter-attack. And it all comes from Tom Ahmed's poor touch. The 30 Israeli fans will be a little bit disappointed there with Ahmed. Of course, they'll back him up because it's an Israeli and Tom Ahmed Appreciation Society. But it was the heavy touch in the end that cost them. And Western Sydney Wanderers fans, they're bouncing. Good to see some support, as I said there today, with the fans. Only won one game at home this season in the A-League. They might be on course to win their second game, but as Kyle said, a mental game so far. Surely no more goals, as you'd expect Wellington Phoenix to come forward in the last few minutes. And the ball lofted in by Rufa. Comes towards Hamed, who just can't get a touch on the ball. And Lockie Longoy tries to get a touch of his own, which he doesn't in the end. It'll be Kamau, who's been given a free kick after a foul by the Wellington Phoenix captain, who will be getting himself a yellow card in this game as frustrations begin to grow for Davila. And Ulysses Davila, the captain, will go into the book with a yellow card. So 86 minutes on the clock, 4-3 in this game. Genuinely one of the most enjoyable matches I think I've watched this year. 2 screamers, 7 goals, end-to-end action. Surely not a 90th minute goal as well to equalise. That had kind of perfectly sum a game of this quality up. Here comes Yeboah. Now into Nikolai Muller. He's going to see Russell on the left-hand side of the pitch. He's just going to hold the ball here. Now it's into Muller. Going to get it into Jordan Much, one of the goal scorers in this game. And now you'd expect Western Sydney Wanderers maybe to not be as ruthless, not ruthless, but as quick on the attack, as they don't necessarily need to push numbers forward. It's going to be Wilmering into the path of Bacchus. Lovely ball towards Nikolai Mullen. There's plenty of space here now for Yeboah, who tries to get a touch on the ball, but just doesn't in the end. And Kamau looked to come and get the ball as well, but he couldn't. And it will go out of play for a Wellington Phoenix goal kick. I mean, take a breather. There's no chance to breathe in this match. This is what has been so enjoyable. First A-League game I've streamed on the channel. I've got 7 goals. It's been an absolutely mouth-watering affair between these two sides. Genuinely really enjoyed every second of this watch-along. Captivating game. And I have watched A-League games in the past. I know, as I said, they tend to usually have plenty of goals in them, but it's very, very rare you ever get a bad game in A-League, that's for sure. There's always 1 or 2 average games, but most times they're very enjoyable to watch. As there's a chance here for them to come forward again. Wellington Phoenix. Ball given away. Natta doing very well at the back there, the 18-year-old. Tubbs is saying screamer equaliser incoming, which wouldn't surprise me with the way that this game has gone today. I mean, KD's probably awake now because I woke him up twice from goals, but you know what? At the end of the day, they were 2 nice goals. That's all that matters right now, as they look to come forward again here. Sotirio is inside the box. Now into the path of Davila. Blocked in the end. Piscopo takes on the long range effort. He's blocked. Yeboah trying to get the ball back. Brilliant tackle from, I think it was McGinn. And Wellington Phoenix going to come forward here. They've got the advantage from the referee. Here's Davila. Cuts in. Comes towards the path of Tom Ahmed. Comes to Lokalingi. And they've still got the ball here. It's going to be rougher. Still got the ball. Davila goes for the long range effort. And well, very nearly into the top corner. Inches away. So close. What an opportunity that would have been from the captain there to really taking it into his own stride and get the equaliser in this match. And he was not far off from a potential equaliser in this game. And with 15 seconds left of normal time, I'd assume here there's going to be a few more minutes of additional time to allow Wellington Phoenix a chance to get back into this match after the VAR check for the goal from Mitchell Duke. But what a game this has been. And I'll tell you one thing, I bet your bottom dollar there'll be a few more A-League watch-along channels on the future after this. What an incredible, incredible game. Is there any more A-League games this week? I don't think there is there, until Friday? Yeah, so the next watch-along will be on Friday, which is Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Perth Glory. That will be with Rowan, as we go into 5 minutes of additional time. Are Wellington Phoenix going to get an equaliser, or will Western Sydney Wanderers see out the match and take an incredible 4-3 win? One of the watch-alongs of the season in terms of the match itself. Genuinely had a little bit of everything. Maybe not a red card as such, but it's had a mixture of everything you would want in a game. There's ball lofted towards Yeboah. Nikolai Muller giving him away foul there. I thought for a second the referee was going to give it to Nikolai Muller, which would be very harsh, but he's given the foul, of course, to Wellington Phoenix, and they'll come up the pitch here. They've got everybody up now there. Sotirio's up there. Lockingoy's up there. Hemed's up there. Or Lokalingoy is his name. It's very hard to pronounce when you say it very quickly, but here's Escapo into Davila. Still going here, Davila. He's gone down. Advantage has been given. McGarry's in the box here. Puts it towards the path of Ziggy Gordon, who, of course, just clears it away, being the defender for the opposition. Not the best ball in the world. It was literally gifted to the centre-back. And Wellington Phoenix, of course, as you would expect, going for it now. Time running out in this game to get that equaliser. Western Sydney Wanderers very happily camped in their own half, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle to take what would be a humongous victory in the A-League. It would put them into second place in the league. 6 points behind Central Coast Mariners, who are on 25 points. Wellington would be still in the bottom three on 11 points. But I tell you one thing, with the way that they've played in this game, you have to give them credit because they've played absolutely outstanding. But moments of brilliance from Western Sydney Wanderers have been the difference. Even when Phoenix have scored screamers of their own. But there's still time here. Referee going to give a free kick though to Western Sydney Wanderers. A stupid foul given away in the middle of the field. I think it was Piscopo gave it away there in the end. Devlin complained to the referee. Of course, he's on a yellow card, so he wants to watch out here. But it looks like, with the way it's going, Robinson, the Western Sydney manager, will be absolutely delighted with this performance. There will be some things to take away from a game like this. You know, the fact they conceded 3 goals will not be good enough, but either way, the quality of the 4 goals have been outstanding. As Ziggy Gordon just clears the ball away, comes straight back to Wellington Phoenix. 2 minutes left on the clock here. Can they get a 4th goal to the name? Kyle's just put Rome will have some job beating this scoreline with the watch-along on Friday. I mean, honestly, yeah, he's going to have a tough job on his hands with that one. It's been such a good watch-along though. Really enjoyed it. Really, really enjoyed it. And here's Lokalingoi. Whips the ball into the box. Comes into the path of Devlin. He's in there. He's still going. Devlin just got the ball a little bit too close to the Western Sydney Wanderers defenders. And every player is pretty much in the box right now. And Devlin there just maybe taking one too many 2 touches. And here comes McGing. And he's giving the ball away. Now there could be a chance here for Western Sydney Wanderers to counter-attack. And this could be a really good opportunity in the game. And now they're coming forward. It's going to be Bacchus. Now into Russell. Plays it towards Nikolai Muller. But the pass is too weak. And the free kick will be given to Wellington Phoenix. As Devlin goes down, the goal scorer. And his 30-yard volley will mean nothing in this game if they don't come out with something very, very soon. Time running out here. Ball lofted long. Goes towards Tom Mohamed. And it's cleared away in the end. And with 60 seconds left on the clock, I mean, the only thing that can kind of pretty much give this game a bit of magic to complete what would be an incredible game is the last minute goal. And there's a chance here for Serio. And he comes towards her there. And it's in. It's 4-4. They've literally done it with 30 seconds left. Can you believe it? I mean, I called it. And it's Tom Mohamed, the Israeli hero, with the last minute goal. It's 4-4. And it's the last minute equalizer in this game. And Wellington Phoenix just do not seem to give up in this game. And I mean, this is an A-League classic. 4-4! What a game! And he runs over to the fans again. Can you believe it? They're screaming and shouting. He's out the window because it's an incredible goal. He comes towards the Pasterio. He takes it down in his chest. He tries to take the shot and he comes off one of the Western Sydney Wanderers defenders. He comes off Ziggy Gordon. He comes to him and he smacks it into the back of the net. And Wellington Phoenix get the deserved goal in this game. It's 4-4. And surely Wellington Phoenix will be going away with a point in surely, no doubt, will be one of the early classics of the season. But they are checking something here. They are checking a handball. Oh, this would be a massive moment in the game. They're checking handball. Tom Mohamed, VAR check. Handball is being checked here to see if Tom Mohamed has touched the ball with his hand after the strike. This would be an absolute massive moment in the game. This could be ruled out for handball. Can you believe it's the last kick of the match? And the referee, I think it's ruled out. I think he's ruled out. He's been called offside, I think. Can you believe it? He's been ruled out. He's been ruled out. Tom Mohamed. Handball apparently given. I'm just seeing this again now to see. And the ball is whipped in and he's been given as an offside. And it's the right decision. And fair play to VAR to check it. It looks like the left shoulder is just offside. I mean, it is a close decision. It is a close decision in the end. But the referee has disallowed the goal. It's offside, and Wellington Phoenix, who thought they got the equaliser, have had the goal ruled out. Can you believe it? What a game. And well, there's going to be more time added on here, as you'd expect, because of the VAR decision. But Tom Mohamed, who thought he'd got an equalising goal in this game to make it 4-4, has had his goal ruled out. And I mean, what a game this has been. What a game. I've got to say, I thought at first it was actually, it looked like Lokalingoi was offside, but he doesn't touch the ball. So for me, looking at that, I looked at Lokalingoi and thought they'd be offside there. It's the correct decision. It's the correct decision in the end, but it's so unlucky for Wellington Phoenix. And now Western coming forward. It's going to be Nikolai Muller, who just looks to pass the ball around the back. Western Sydney Wanderers do not want to concede a goal now, after already conceding it being disallowed. VAR helping them out in this situation, even if it was the right decision. As Devlin has a chance to push Wellington Phoenix forward, he needs to do it quickly because the referee's going to add a little bit of time here. Ball lofted long. And it's a big, big moment in the game. Cleared away in the end. And the referee blows the whistle for what has to be one of the best A-League games of the season. An absolute classic in the A-League. It had everything, this match, from screamers, volleys, to a 90th minute equaliser that was ruled out by VAR for offside. I mean, this is an absolute A-League classic. And if you're a neutral and maybe you've never watched the A-League before, then this is an example of some of the stuff that you get in this league. The Wellington Phoenix manager cannot believe it. He thought it was a goal. It looked such a tight offside decision in the end, exactly as you said, Kyle. But in the end, all that matters is that Western Sydney Wanderers and Carl Robinson have their second home win of the season in what has to be one of the very best A-League watch-alongs on the channel so far. One of the best A-League games of the entire season. Take a breather, because who would have thought we'd have had this type of action at 8 AM in the morning? It all started off with the first goal of the game. It was Devlin with an outside of the foot shot finish. Brilliant, brilliant goal that was with the outside of his foot that opened the game up. Then the second goal of the match, it came from 20-year-old Daniel Wilmerin, his first goal as a Western Sydney Wanderers player in the A-League. It was inside the box, lovely volleyed finish, put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Then it was 2-0. Cameron Devlin with an absolute unbelievable 30-yard half volley. Brilliant goal, straight into the back of the net. It was a sumptuous, sumptuous finish, and it put the scoreline at 2-1 going into the break. It only took 7 minutes for Western Sydney Wanderers to then make it 2-2. Jordan Much heading the ball in from a corner. It was a brilliant header that went into the bottom right hand of the goal. Brilliant finish from the former Palace man, and it made it 2-2 in the game. Then it was 3-2. Tom Mohamed, he had an opportunity from the penalty spot. He'd only been on for 2 minutes, and then he put the ball into the back of the net for his first goal in the A-League. But 1 minute later, literally I would have said about 20 seconds later, the ball was lofted long to the path of Mitchell Duke. He chests it down, he hits it from the volley, from the outside of the box, and it's, of course, then 3-3. Two unbelievable goals in this game before Kwame Yeboah got himself the winning goal in the game. It was all three of the substitutes, Nikolai, Yeboah and Kamau linking up together to get the goal. And then, of course, right at the very end of the match, the drama that we could have had a 90th minute winner for Tom Mohamed. It was a brilliant opportunity. Again, it was the substitutes of Phoenix this time linking up. It was, I think it was Satorio who chested the ball down, took the shot on. It was deflected by Ziggy Gordon into the path of Tom Mohamed, who put the ball into the back of the net. It was a brilliant finish in the end. But VAR, in the 96th minute, ruled it out for offside. It was a very, very marginal decision, but I think it was the right one in the end. And Wellington Phoenix, who thought they'd made it 4-4 at the end of the match, go home empty-handed, and Phoenix take the win in surely for me, one of the best watch-alongs I've done on this channel for the quality of game. Absolutely incredible. And I can definitely tell you we will be doing more watch-alongs in the future for the A-League because that was well worth getting up for. Fantastic match. I mean, Tubbs has said the reason why the A-League is a good watch because all the teams seem to be equally strong. The A-League is a brilliant, well-run league, deserves respect and coverage, which is what we're going to try and do. We are going to try and do more A-League watch-alongs in the future. That's the plan. We're going to do a lot more midweek ones rather than just doing it on a Friday. I think we're expecting to do it as well over midweek as well. So you could see 2 or 3 A-League watch-alongs a week. And, if we get games like that again, there might be one every bloody day at this rate. But don't forget, as I can take a breather for a moment, there's more watch-alongs still to come on the channel over the next few days. Don't forget, across today, you can join KL and Will live on YouTube as well as on the Sports Corner website as free agency frenzy gets underway in the NFL. You do not want to miss out on that if you are a big NFL fan. On Tuesday night, you can join myself and Kieran L as City take on Gladbach and Real Madrid take on Atalanta. Wednesday, it's going to be KD, and it won't be Will now because he's working, so it might be me instead depending on what happens. But Bayern Lazio and Chelsea Atletico Madrid, that's on Wednesday night. Before Thursday, we have the 5:55pm goal show. Arsenal and Spurs in play in the early fixtures in the Europa League, and then straight after that, AC Milan, Man United and Rangers Slavia Prague are the 2 main games on our Europa League round of 16 watch along. That's at 10 to 8 on Thursday. Don't forget, as always, spaces are running out. We've got 8 spots left even for the UCL FIFA tournament. It's a free-to-play sim tournament based on this season's Champions League. There's 32 plays needed. You don't need an Xbox or a PlayStation or even FIFA to get involved. You can choose your team, you can choose the tactics, and the AI will control it. And who knows, you might come out with a cash or a gift card prize. If you want to play along, then please do put your name in the chat. It will be taking place very soon, probably around about the international break. So do put your name in the chat, and I will add you to the list. As always, check out our social media if you want to know when we're live on the YouTube channel. You can check out our Twitter, which is @_top corner, and our Instagram, which is _sportscorner_. Always do go and check those out if you want to see when we're live on YouTube, as well as when we're live when we post stuff on our website, which is thesports-corner.com. There are new articles available every single day. We're keeping you up to date with all the latest in the NFL free agency frenzy on the website of our live blog, as well as a numerous other footballing posts and other sports going up throughout the day. But take a breather. One of the best games I think I've witnessed this year. Literally had everything from 30-yard screamers to outside the box volleys to a 90th-minute winner that was ruled out by VAR. I think we had one of the best games of the season by far on the Sports Corner channel. Don't forget, if you're new as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscription. We are pushing towards 2,000 subscribers on the channel. You can be a part of this fantastic community, which will be growing as we do more A-League watch-alongs in the future. But as for now, don't forget to check out Kieran L and Will a little bit later on with the free agency frenzy. That's going to be live throughout the day on the channel. Thank you very much to all of you guys in the chat as always. Benaldo, Tubbs, Kyle, of course. We had Kurt earlier on. VCP, all of you guys for sticking in the stream because it was just one of the most unbelievable games I think I've seen this season. But as for now, I hope you all have a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and I will see you again for the Champions League tomorrow night. See you later.